rock singer, songwriter, and band leader. With his poetic lyrics about working-class American life and catalog of iconic hits, Bruce Frederick Joseph Springsteen was born on September 23, 1949, in Freehold, New Jersey, a quiet, blue-collar town that would leave a permanent mark on his music. His father, Doug, was a factory worker and bus driver. His mother, Adele, worked as a legal secretary. Money was tight, and life wasn't always easy. Bruce grew up Catholic and attended a strict parochial school, where he often felt like an outsider, rebellious, dreamy, and restless. Those early feelings of isolation would later shape many of the themes in his songwriting. The defining moment came when Bruce was just 7 years old. One night, he saw Elvis Presley perform on The Ed Sullivan Show, and it was like being struck by lightning. He was instantly obsessed. A few years later, his mother took out a loan to buy him his first guitar. It wasn't long before Bruce was spending every spare moment learning to play, writing lyrics, and dreaming of a life beyond Freehold. By the late 1960s, Bruce was playing in local bands, including one called Steel Mill, earning a reputation for his electrifying stage presence and gritty storytelling. He wasn't chasing pop stardom, he was chasing truth. His live shows were intense, sweaty, soul-bearing affairs, a signature that would stay with him for decades. In 1972, Springsteen's life changed when he auditioned for John Hammond, the legendary Columbia Records talent scout who had discovered Bob Dylan. Hammond was blown away and signed him on the spot. That same year, Bruce released his debut album, Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. It was full of clever, wordy lyrics and Dylan-esque imagery. Critics loved it. Fans, not so much. Sales were underwhelming, and the same was true for his second album, The Wild, The Innocent, and The E Street Shuffle. But Bruce wasn't discouraged. He knew something big was coming, and he was right. In 1975, Springsteen released Born to Run, and everything changed. The album was an all-out declaration of purpose. From the cinematic sweep of Thunder Road to the explosive title track, Born to Run, Bruce told stories of small-town kids dreaming of escape, love, and redemption. It was grand, romantic, and defiant. And it hit a nerve. The album was a critical and commercial smash. That same year, he appeared on the covers of Time and Newsweek in the same week, a level of cultural saturation few artists ever achieve. Bruce Springsteen had arrived, but unlike many rock stars, he didn't bask in fame. Instead, he got back to work. Over the next few years, he released Darkness on the Edge of Town, 1978, and The River, 1980, both of which dug even deeper into themes of working-class struggles, heartbreak, and resilience. These weren't songs about fantasy, they were about reality. Long shifts, broken dreams, dead-end jobs, and the desperate hope for something better. Then came Nebraska in 1982, an album recorded as a series of home demos on a 4-track cassette recorder. It was raw, minimal, and haunting. No band, no polish, just Bruce and his guitar telling dark, often tragic stories of ordinary Americans. It was risky, but it paid off. Critics called it a masterpiece, and it cemented his status as a serious, fearless artist. But if Nebraska was Springsteen at his most stripped down, then Born in the USA, released in 1984, was Bruce at his most anthemic. It was a massive success, selling over 30 million copies worldwide and spawning 7 top 10 singles. The album's title track became one of the most misunderstood songs in music history. Many took it as a patriotic anthem, but if you listened closely, it was actually a sharp critique of how America treated its veterans and working-class citizens. Springsteen was holding up a mirror to the country, and many didn't like what they saw. Throughout the 80s and 90s, Springsteen continued to evolve. He married actress Julianne Phillips in 1985, but the marriage was short-lived. By the early 90s, he had fallen in love with Patti Cialfa, a fellow musician and member of the E Street Band. They married in 1991 and have 3 children together. Patti wasn't just Bruce's wife. She became his creative partner and grounding force. Despite stepping back from the spotlight during parts of the 90s, Bruce remained active. He released The Ghost of Tom Joad in 1995, returning to the acoustic, story-driven style of Nebraska, focusing on marginalized voices and social issues. He also reunited with the E Street Band in the late 90s, kicking off a new era of massive world tours and sold-out arenas. With that came the 2000s, and with them, new challenges. After the attacks of September 11th, 2001, Springsteen responded the only way he knew how, through music. His 2002 album, The Rising, was a powerful, emotional reflection on grief, loss, and hope in a time of national mourning. It reminded fans why they loved him. Bruce never turned away from pain. He confronted it, sang about it, and helped people heal. Over the years, Springsteen has racked up an incredible list of accolades: 20 Grammy Awards, 2 Golden Globes, an Academy Award for Streets of Philadelphia, and a Tony Award for Springsteen on Broadway. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1999 and awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016 by President Barack Obama. But perhaps more impressive than the awards is his consistency. Into his 70s, Bruce is still writing, recording, and performing. His live shows, and often 3 hours long, are legendary for their energy and intimacy. He doesn't just play songs, he lives them on stage. For fans, a Springsteen concert isn't just entertainment. It's a spiritual experience. So what is Bruce Springsteen's legacy? It's not just about record sales or stadiums sold out. It's about his connection to people, the way his music gives voice to those often overlooked. He writes for the factory workers, the single moms, the Vietnam vets, the kids stuck in dead-end towns with nowhere to go but a highway and a prayer. He writes about dreams and the cost of chasing them. Bruce once said, "I wanted to make people feel less alone in the world," and that's exactly what he's done, for over 5 decades. Through heartbreak and triumph, war and peace, failure and fame, Bruce Springsteen has remained a beacon of truth, hope, and raw human emotion. He is, and always will be, the boss.